Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at some of my favorite new gear for summer 2023. I've had an opportunity to test out some really cool items over the past month or two, and I also have some newer things that I'm just starting to test out that I'll be featuring in some upcoming videos, so I always like giving a little bit of a preview of some of the things that are to come. Got a nice variety of things to walk through. Before jumping in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off on the apparel and EDC side, I have a couple of pants that I've really been loving recently. First up, I have the Flint and Tinder 365 pant, which is just a really nice chino-like pant that looks great in a variety of situations. You can dress it up with a button-down shirt, some nice shoes, you can dress it down. I recently took a trip with these and they worked out very well. I was able to reduce the number of things that I had to take with me. I also like that they're a little bit more of a traditional fabric, so they gave me some warmth that I don't always get from more technical pants while still providing mobility. I was able to wear them multiple days without having to rewash them. The ones that I have here are in this really nice olive color. I'm getting into olive as of late, so very exciting to have this to add to my rotation. And they're sold in a slim cut and a standard cut. This is the slim. The pants are very true to size and very comfortable. The ones that I have here have a 32-inch inseam. I do think that they have them in a few different lengths depending on your height. So just a nice variety offered on Huckberry's site. As far as the colors, Flint and Tinder also has a lot of other pants that I haven't had a chance to check out, but so far the experience with these has been great. The other pair that I have here is the Western Rise Evolution shorts. And I've used the Western Rise Evolution pants and chinos for a while now. I'm a big fan of Western Rise's apparel in general. They make some of the best travel and technical clothing. The stuff that they do with their fabrics is awesome as far as offering water resistance, stain resistance, preventing wrinkles. They have odor resistance. I mean, they're kind of the ideal sort of gear to be able to travel more minimally. And so, like their pants, the Evolution chinos are very lightweight, they're very packable, they have all the same benefits that I just mentioned, but they come in a short, which is fantastic as we head into summer. They do have kind of a chino-like appearance, so they can be dressed up a little bit if you're going for a nice brunch, something like that, but they can still be used for more active things. Particularly, one of my favorite things about these is that I can take them into the water. The pockets have some mesh on the inside that will allow them to dry out fairly quickly. And so that's always one of my favorite things with travel shorts is to be able to use them for swimming or for the gym or for running around. It's probably not the best pants for the gym because they look a little too nice, but they could work. They do have enough stretch to be able to handle activities like that, or if you want to go hiking. So just a really versatile short. They have a drawstring to allow you to adjust them. Again, kind of that swimming focus. Like some of their other pants, they have a zippered pocket on the back to just give you a little bit more peace of mind. And so yeah, they look great, they fit great like Western Rise other clothing. And if you're looking for a versatile short to add to your EDC or travel wardrobe for the summer, then these are going to be some of the best shorts that you can check out. The last item on the apparel front is a new pair of shoes from Saucony. I've never actually pronounced that name. Saucony. Y'all will let me know in the comments below how close I was on the pronunciation. But I absolutely love this pair of shoes for the aesthetic particularly. It's got a very old school retro vibe that I am absolutely drawn to. Reminds me of some of the New Balance sneakers that I love to use. And so far I have been super impressed with how comfortable these shoes are. This is actually the first pair of shoes from this brand that I've tried out, and they felt great. I have pretty wide feet, and these were able to handle that super well. I wore them on a week-long trip to Brazil. It's pretty much the only pair of shoes that I took and just walked around all day. Didn't feel any sort of fatigue. The shoes have a good amount of traction, so I'm able to take them into a variety of environments. For going for some hikes, it didn't feel like I was going to slip or anything like that. And this appearance is subdued enough that I could wear it around the city, for a variety of outfits and activities. It's something that I could jog in if needed. It does offer a nice amount of comfort. And yeah, it's just a look that I've really liked. I've enjoyed the shoes. They are true to size. And if you want to check these out, make sure to visit Huckberry's site today. Up next, we have a newer watch that was released as a collaboration between Huckberry and Timex. This is their Ironman Triathlon Edition. And this is something that really caught my eye when I first saw it, as it has kind of a very retro look. I remember having these types of watches when I was younger, and I absolutely love the versatility and durability that these offer. So this is kind of a nice in-between from a classic watch and kind of the Apple watches of the world. So it gives you some of that functionality that you would find on something like an Apple Watch, as far as a timer, chronometer. It's just a little bit more digital than a traditional watch. It also has plenty of weather resistance. I really like the mix of colors that they have, the gray and the black. It's got some pops of yellow. So it just feels like a watch that I can take into any environment and I won't have to worry about it getting damaged. And I like the additional functionality that it has over a classic watch. And it also has a light that will allow you to, very clearly see the time. And yeah, it's just been a great watch, particularly for traveling. I like that it gives me all the functionality that I would need without having something that's gonna draw too much attention to me when I'm wearing it. If I'm traveling somewhere that's maybe a little more unknown or dangerous, it just looks like a very classic, simple watch, but still has just a ton of functionality, durable. It's available on Huckberry's site as a limited release. And if you're looking for a little bit of nostalgia or just a very awesome, reliable watch, then this is gonna be a fantastic option to check out. One of the things that I'll definitely be on the lookout for this summer is hydration. So a water bottle is gonna be a very important part of my everyday carry, and I've really been liking these new offerings from Lifestraw. They have two different versions, an insulated and a non-insulated version. Both of these, however, include a built-in filter, which is absolutely fantastic for protecting you from bacteria and microbes. They have a list on their site of all the different things that they're meant to filter out. So it's gonna give you a little more flexibility with where you can get your water from. If you're on the road and you need to fill your bottle up from a faucet at the sink or something like that, it's gonna give you just a little bit more peace of mind. Lifestraw has been, kind of doing this for a while. They're well known in the industry, and so it's great to see that integrated into the water bottle itself. I love that they have both options as far as insulated or non-insulated. On my recent trip, I actually went with the non-insulated version because it's a little bit lighter, and I like that it's clear, so I could show in the airport that it was empty, and it just saved weight in my bag. And then the insulated version is great for when I'm not on the road and I'm actually just at home. Particularly with where I live, it gets very hot, so the insulation is very important to keep my water cool for a longer period of time. This comes in at about 26 liters. This is a pretty similar size, maybe 20 liters. But just, the type of water bottle that I would typically carry with me. They have, twist top and a really just easy way to get to your water without it spilling everywhere. They're pretty easy to clean. You can remove the filter if you need to. It's just attached onto there. And so absolutely love having that extra peace of mind. I'll be testing these out more over the next couple of months. And if you're looking for a water bottle that's gonna help just give you a little bit more protection from the water that you're drinking, then definitely recommend you check these out. Skyborne is a company that's coming out with a really interesting ecosystem of travel-focused accessories. We recently looked at their travel backpack and dop kit combo, which was a pretty cool sort of setup. I'll make sure to include a link to the dedicated review in the description below if you want to check that out. Now I've had a chance to take a look at their sling bag, which actually has some pretty interesting functionality. The sling itself looks cool, very much like some of the other modern tech slings that we've seen on the channel. It's fairly compact. It's not a huge sling. It's not going to hold your laptop or a tablet or anything like that, but it has some good built-in organization, quick access pocket. It's got a little lanyard for your keys that retracts, weather resistant, durable materials. It's got a pretty breathable padding on the back, which is what's going to actually rest on you. Just a good amount of space on the inside. But what's most interesting about this to me is that it has this really interesting slot that is meant to hold either your umbrella or a water bottle. So that's a really cool thing as far as a sling bag, is to have that separate area to hold something bulkier like that, and that it doesn't actually take up all of the space from the sling bag itself. And in addition to the sling, Skyborne has also released a passport wallet and an interesting EDC focused wallet that is similar to some of the other card holders that are on the market that have this functionality that allows the cards to pop up and fan out so that you can see them all and grab them. This is my first experience with this type of a wallet, and I can see why people love it. It is very addicting to pop these out. Super easy to use. You have a couple of slots on the outside, really nice leather exterior. The passport holder offers a nice amount of space. There's RFID protection on these. You know, now that I'm traveling more and more, it's always great to have something like this that holds all of your travel documentation while you're on the road. So very excited that all of these combine super well. There's actually slots inside of the sling that are meant to hold these comfortably. So I'm gonna be doing a closer look at this combination of items in an upcoming video, but so far, as I've been using it, it's definitely been a great experience. The Osprey Daylite Plus is a bag that I've had my eye on for a while because it has the ability to expand and compress. This is something that I always really like in a lot of bags, as it gives you some flexibility as far as using something for EDC or for travel. And the Daylite Plus incorporates a lot of the organizational options that I love in Osprey's other bags, as well as a comfortable harness system with a 26-liter size, which works great for EDC for me. But then it also gives you 6 additional liters of expansion if you want to use it for a trip. So just a really versatile bag, good organization. You have a kind of this drop pocket on the front. You have quick access pocket with built-in internal organization, well padded and suspended laptop compartment, a luggage pass-through, you got a side handle, water bottle pockets. So really just checking off so many of the boxes for what I look for out of just an ideal EDC or minimal travel bag. It's also one of the lighter travel and EDC bags, and it comes in at a pretty reasonable price point at around $110. So really excited to test this out in a little bit more depth. I'm gonna be releasing an in-depth video for this as well, so keep an eye out for that. But if you're in the market for a lightweight, versatile bag, this is gonna be a good one to watch out for. Able Carry has recently updated their Daybreaker backpack. I was a fan of the original just with the simple layout that it had, the space, and the fact that it's a really lightweight bag that can actually become quite packable. And so they've improved the harness system here. They've made some updates to the silhouette, to the layout. In general, it's still a really versatile, simple EDC bag. It has highly weather-resistant materials. It is more comfortable to wear than the previous version, and it's just a solid option for anybody who doesn't need to have a super robust tech-focused bag. If you're just looking for something spacious, that's gonna be able to hold your essentials with some light organization throughout, then this is gonna be a solid option to take a look at. The Linus Tech Tips backpack has been one of the most requested on the channel as of late, so I was excited to finally have a chance to test it out. And there is a lot of really interesting stuff here. First up, this is a large bag. I was surprised with just how big it is. It comes in at 30 to 35 liters, so it's almost travel bag sized. I will talk about that in the dedicated review that I'm gonna do for it, but you can definitely see why people were so curious about this, as there's a lot of unique features and a lot of thought has gone into how this bag was developed. It's pretty durable. It's got a lot of organizational pockets all throughout. Very comfortable harness system, luggage pass-through. No external water bottle pocket, which was an interesting choice, but there is a water bottle solution hidden within. And so just an interesting bag overall. You can definitely see how it might not be for everybody, but for a particular use case, for people who have to carry a ton of stuff and really like to have a spot for all of your tech items and accessories, there is a lot to like here. So make sure to keep an eye out for the in-depth review that's coming soon, and I'll also include it in the description below once it's actually gone live. Although I'm a huge fan of one bag travel, I definitely recognize that there's sometimes that 2 bags just makes more sense, depending on where you're traveling, what you're carrying with you. There's a few different systems that I've seen as far as 2-bag travel. This one from Salkan is really interesting. It kind of gives me a little bit more of a traditional feeling. It reminds me of some of the bags that I saw when I first started getting into travel around the world. You have a smaller day bag. This comes in at about 20 liters, and then a larger travel backpack. And these have the ability to hook onto each other. You can hook it onto the back, so you actually have just one backpack that you're wearing, or you can clip it onto the front. You can do the kangaroo style if that's something that is a little bit more comfortable. So I like the flexibility that this provides, particularly because the day bag piece is a pretty robust day bag on its own. It's got a comfortable, well-padded harness system. It's breathable, comes in about 20 liters, I believe. It's got water bottle pockets, a laptop compartment, so it's gonna be a very capable bag when you arrive at your destination. And then you also have the travel bag piece, which has this really beefy waist belt, comfortable straps, and just a ton of space. It loads from the top, or it has a clamshell style opening here that allows you to access everything. Salkan also has their own ecosystem of packing cubes to allow you to keep everything organized. So, you know, just a very straightforward but well-built and useful system. I've been excited to kind of start having a chance to test these out. This is one of the newer items that I have, so I'll be, using it over a couple of upcoming trips, and I will be releasing the video. So keep an eye out for when that comes out. But so far, the first impressions have been great. And if you're somebody who needs just a little bit more space and flexibility, and you're looking for a solid 2-bag system, then this is going to be a really nice ecosystem to consider. I am always on the lookout for more budget-friendly options to feature on the channel, as although I am a backpack enthusiast and am fortunate enough to be able to afford a higher priced bag, that's definitely not the case for everybody. Or maybe you just don't want to invest that much into a backpack. You need something simple that's not going to fail on you, but that's also not going to break the bank. And that's where something like this backpack from OLIFE comes in. OLIFE, which I believe is the sister company to Daylite, which makes some really great flashlights and other EDC gear. This is my first experience with their bags. And so far, this 20-liter bag that they sent over has been pretty interesting. That has this tarpaulin-like exterior, well-protected zippers that feel like they're gonna keep all of your stuff protected from the elements. You have some compression straps along the front that are gonna be good for holding a yoga mat or a skateboard. You have some laser cut pals here, along with some hook and loop backing, so you can configure this with pouches, patches, or other accessories. And then you have a quick access pocket, so easily reach whatever you need, luggage pass through, and then on the inside you have just a pretty simple main area. And this is meant to pair with a separately sold laptop sleeve. It connects via hook and loop on the back. You have that as well on the inside. And this is an accessory that I've been very impressed with. It's pretty affordable, and it's gonna offer a well-padded laptop area. It's got soft kind of fleece lining. It's got a well-padded tablet sleeve, some slots for your pens, pockets. So this combination is really, really good. I believe OLIFE will be doing some sales on this combination. I've seen it as cheap as like $50 for the backpack and $30 or $40 for the accessories. So combined, it comes in at a pretty reasonable price, particularly if you're looking for something weather resistant, modular, and this is gonna be a solid option to consider. Another more budget-friendly option that's more in the travel space is this 40-liter travel backpack from TomToc. We've looked at some bags from TomToc on the channel in the past, and they always make really well-built bags for their price point. They offer a nice feature set. This is a newer bag from them, I believe. It's got external water bottle pockets, a comfortable harness system, a good laptop and tech area. Opens up fully flat, so it makes it easier to access your devices, some good organization, and then you have kind of this large main area to store your stuff. At 40 liters, it could hold a good amount of things. It feels like something that should be able to handle most regular travel pretty well without looking overwhelmingly big. And yeah, also come in at a lower price point than some of the more premium bags that we've been seeing on the channel recently that come in at $300 or $400 even. So if you're somebody who's just looking for a reliable travel backpack that's not gonna break the bank, then this may be a great place to start. And so that's it. That's some of my favorite new gear for summer 2023. So lots of great stuff to come. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions on the items that I featured in the video or suggestions for similar things that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I'll make sure to include links in the description below to any of the dedicated reviews for items that I mentioned in this video. I'll update it as newer videos come out. And I'll also link to some of the roundup videos that I've done in the past where I talk about my updated EDC, favorite items for spring, some of my favorite travel bags, daily bags, things like that. So I'll include that below. And as always, I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.